the dawn of a world civilization. Today we take the smartphone for granted, a marvel of design and engineering that redefined modern life. But this success didn't appear out of thin air. It followed years of failure. The Apple Lisa was one of the first computers with a graphical user interface. It flopped. Steve Jobs himself was fired from the company he founded. His next big idea, Next, barely sold. Before the iPhone launch in 2007, there were dozens of failed tablets and smartphones. Brilliant ideas just ahead of their time. But what if there's another idea, bigger than any smartphone, that has followed a similar arc? An idea so ambitious it's been imagined, attempted, and failed again and again. World peace. A united global civilization. It sounds like a utopian dream. But like the smartphone, it's an idea that has never truly died. For centuries, visionaries have imagined it, and pieces of it have been put into place at different times of history. Think of the early Greek city-states. Could they have had any idea that concepts they were pioneering, like democracy and federations of their states, would be used over 2,000 years later in a continent they didn't even know existed to form the United States? And that this new country formed in 1776, the United States, would help spread these same ideas of democracy and federation to many other parts of the world. In the 14th century, Dante proposed a world government to bring unity among feuding kingdoms. William Penn, the Abbé de Saint-Pierre, and Immanuel Kant each outlined visions for perpetual peace, plans for federations of sovereign states to avoid war. In the middle of the 19th century, Baha'u'llah, the founder of the Baha'i faith, wrote letters to the world leaders of that time, such as Queen Victoria of England and Napoleon III of France, outlining for them how they could establish world peace at that time. Unfortunately, all these letters were neglected by those 19th century kings and rulers. After 2 world wars, we tried again, the League of Nations, then the United Nations, steps forward, but not the finish line. From Einstein and Clarence Street to Elizabeth Mann Borghese, thinkers have drafted world constitutions, lobbied for global governance, and envisioned a federal structure that could preserve peace and human rights. Each attempt, like early smartphones, met resistance. Too idealistic, too soon, too complex. But just like the smartphone, maybe these failures weren't the end. Maybe they were the beginning. World peace is not only possible but inevitable. It is the next stage in the evolution of this planet, in the words of one great thinker, the planetization of mankind. Whether peace is to be reached only after unimaginable horrors, or is to be embraced now by an act of consultative will, is the choice before all who inhabit the earth. The universal house of justice. Just because something has failed before doesn't mean it won't change everything when it finally arrives. We conclude with the words of Baha'u'llah: "These fruitless strifes, these ruinous wars shall pass away, and the most great peace shall come."